People are astonished how mucked up our people are. Yeah, he's got legions of demons on him, man. Read it again.
It says, and the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and an astonishment of the heart.
And I'm glad that he's blinded, man. I don't want to go to the kingdom and he be on the chariot with me. I don't want that, man.
They might put his ass in a Salem asylum.
Yeah, they'll put him in a Springfield hospital, man. You know? Yeah, it's crazy. But that's what it's a spiritual power. Ephesians 6:12.
We need him to read for us with that one.
Again, Job 5 and 12.
That's what you wanted, Ephesians, right?
Yeah, because this is a spiritual battle, man. Alright? That's why when bug outs come up, you don't get physical with them. We just ignore them.
And it's fun too, man. It's fun as well.
Yeah, man.
You know that you're doing the right thing, man. When demons come up. Yeah.
6 and 12.
Yeah. So, who did what thing?
I said we're doing the right thing when you see demons like that come up.
Yeah, just ignore them, yeah. You know what I mean?
Job 6 verse 12.
No, 5 and 12.
Job 5 verse 12.
Yep.
He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And that's the reason why Satan brings people out when we're doing camp, because he can't touch us, man, because the Heavenly Father's got his hedge around us. We're protected, you see. So he brings a bug out like that to interrupt the word,
cause confusion.
Yeah, cause confusion. Then he wants us to get angry, and then we want us to go off, physically touch him. We're not going to physically touch him because he's destroyed already, man.
What's better than that?
Well, we're better than that, you know. Any more than that?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right. Ephesians 6 and 12, because it's a spiritual thing, man. This ain't a carnal battle. And let me say this: the ones that are in this truth or think they're in this truth. If you think you're in this truth, all right, and you're not coming out on the highways and byways, you're not in the truth. Because a part of this work is to deal with animals like that, man. We got, wildebeests like that. We have to part with bugged out niggas, man. That's why if you ain't on the street doing the work in truth and sincerity, the mission stays the same. The elect and the 1/3, fuck everyone else, man. And fuck them as well, man. These devils, man. Because it's all down to them.
They're going right to slavery too.
Exactly, yeah. Got that one? No pictures. No pictures. Ignore him.
Smile when I got my foot in your neck.
Ignore him, read it.
This is all, read it on. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Yep.
Yeah, because Esau thinks he's crafty, and the Most High is going to take him, man. And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Okay, so the counsel of these devils, the Most High is going to end it, man.
Yep.
They meet with darkness in the daytime. All right. So when the daytime of the kingdom, they're going to be met with darkness, man. Which is slavery. That's why it speaks about Lazarus being in hell, and then it speaks about Lazarus being in the kingdom in heaven. Then it speaks about the rich man being in hell.
Yeah,
that's him being met with darkness, and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, right? Because from the nuclear missile, from their mouth and from the hand of the mighty. Alright, so we're going to be delivered from the hand of all them that hate us, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth.
There you go.
Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up.
You see that? It says despise not the chastising of the Almighty.
And he despised it, brother, didn't he?
Yeah.
He came up before.
He came up before, and he despised it. And we know people in this truth who think they're in this truth. They did something wrong, they got punished, but they despised the chastising. So they went off and did their own thing, man.
Because all he had to do was shut the hell up and hear what we had to say. And he would have been edified.
We know that guy anyway.
He's been there many multitudes of times.
Yeah, he's got mental problems, man. You know?
A bug out.
But you never know, the spirit might have it when he come up and go get it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, at the last, didn't it? At the
It's
last
true,
drop,
yeah,
you
yeah.
get the truth.
Hey, the Lord can change.
And we got him in the
anyone,
chariot going, yeah, I made it, didn't I, lad?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Can't say
You might come off and start talking about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai saved me from my sins.
Hey, if that's the Lord's will, in that day, we'll be happy for him.
Sometimes you
But
got a joke as well.
Imagine if he got deliverance.
Yeah.
Imagine if he got deliverance.
Hey, right now it's a line, yeah? We're on this line, he's on the other side,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
You know? Right now we can't do anything for him, you know? Yeah.
Where it says, for he make him sore and bindeth up.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're sore right now, man. But the scripture says he'll come with what healing in his wings
That's right.
and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. Right? So we've been wounded. But the Lord is making us whole right now. Because they that be whole need not a physician. Right? So right now, we're those physicians healing up the wounds of those of our people that have those wounds, man. That are potentially of the elect.
And who have ears to hear.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So it says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
And the word 7 means completion.
Right.
That means our punishment's coming to an end, man.
Right.
Okay?
In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
There you go, man. And a modern day sword is a bomb, fucking, what's it called? Rocket, propelled grenade.
Even a noose is a sword.
Yeah, a noose.
Just means something of destruction, you know, a form of
Think
death
about
and
it logically.
destruction.
You know the Lord says he kills and makes alive, yeah? When Esau bombs Iraq or whatever, or Yemen, for example, a whole family was bombed and killed, but the little girl survived, man. Alright? So the Lord can judge you, alright? But then in that same judgment, he can put you away from it and say, no, you're going to survive, man. And that's what we are hoping for, because all hell's going to break loose. If you can't cope with this truth now, alright, when all hell breaks loose, you're not going to be there, man. You're going to, a lot of you niggas are going to be peeing your pants, man. All wet coming down your Nike Air Force Ones. Come on. Any more?
Still got to finish this 6, brother.
Okay, you got that one, eh? Finish, boss?
It says, and in war from the power of the sword, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
And that's why the Lord said he ain't giving us a spirit of fear, man. Especially when you come out here, when you get bug outs like that, or guys acting like, don't be fearful, because worrying and fear is a kind of sign of a lack of faith. If you worry so much, it's like, oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, this bill's come, this, that. Just give it to the Lord, man. Just give it to the Lord. That's why it says, pray without ceasing. Okay?
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Oh, and that's spiritual, because I've been saying for weeks in my mind, when all hell breaks loose, even if I'm in a concentration camp or in the back tied up and that, I'm gonna be laughing at you niggas, man. Cause I'm gonna say, yeah, I told you so. I told you he was a devil, but you didn't believe. You know?
Imagine that, you're all tied up saying, I told you.
Yeah, I'm there.
I told you.
We're all tied up, handcuffed, you know, but we got smiles on our face. They're worrying. Oh, my life is coming to an end. Couldn't give a fuck if I die, man. You'd be doing me a favor, man. Die. Like Apostle Tahar said, kill me. I don't have to look at you simple niggas no more, man.
Yeah, I got to finish this up.
Finish, yeah?
And then this is Ephesians 6, verse 12.
Yep.
For we wrestle not against flesh
Proverbs 6 and 30.
and blood, but against principalities,
Yep.
against Salakia. Let's read this again. I got to finish this.
Yeah, Proverbs 6 and 30, yeah.
It says, so we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Yep.
but against principalities, against powers,
Yep.
against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
And when you say who's ruling the world right now, when you say it to these devils, they always say, oh, you can't say that. One person put on a comment board, the white man is not your enemy, the elites are. Now they're saying that because the elites now are taking down the cracker. Because he wants a new world order and it's depopulation. All right, now they're getting oppressed tiny Now they want to hold hands and join together and all that stuff. No,
and the thing about it is too, and what they're saying, you know, these regular Edomites, these regular so-called white people they're saying that, well, the Jews, they financed the slave trade, so we should really be mad at the Jews.
Yeah.
But guess what? Did the so-called Jews lynch us? Did the so-called Jews burn us and lynch us at the same time?
Exactly,
That's right.
Okay, were they calling us niggas and stuff like that? No, they weren't. So you was a part of our downfall too.
Exactly.
So guess what? You're going down, man. All of you Edomites from the aristocratic class to the rich, okay, to the middle, all the way down to the peasants. Y'all are going into slavery, man. And when y'all go into slavery, we're going to be whooping your asses, man, like you've never seen before. You're going to get a whoop ass that you can't even comprehend.
And it's funny how you can say that you got nothing to do with it when you're reaping the benefits of the slave labor that our ancestors did for you. You're benefiting as first-class citizens. I don't care if you think you're working class or middle class. You have a so-called privilege as a so-called white person.
It's benefited, man.
Right, and that's why you have the term white privilege.
Exactly.
They're being privileged because of what their forefathers did.
And when they say, we ain't gained, well, we were ruling Britain, so we were the rulers, so why are we ruling now?
Right, if we're all equal.
Yeah, because your ancestors waged war against us and destroyed us, man.
And I want to say one thing, because if you look at the sign over here, like them so-called Europeans, they'll say, well, the Jews did this and the Jews did that to y'all, but this is what we were doing to us. This is what regular so-called white people were doing to us in the early 20th century. They were lynching us, mutilating us, raping our women, raping the children, having sex with the young boys. That's what these guys are doing. So these guys can't come around and say, oh, I didn't do it, my forefathers didn't do it. But guess what? The forefathers did do it. When you actually dive into the precepts of scriptures, it tells you that how they're gonna pay. I might as well read that.
Is it Isaiah 14:21?
Yeah, somebody get that.
You
know, I'll read it.
Proverbs 6.
Get Proverbs 6 and 13. You get Isaiah.
Yeah, I'll go into that.
Because you have to know the devices of this devil, man. This is one of them.
Proverbs 6 verse 13. He winketh with his eyes and speaketh with his feet.
Okay.
He teacheth with his fingers. Fraudness is in his heart.
Wait. It says he teaches with his fingers. Like this bitch called Cardi B. You know where I'm at. You know where I be. That stupid song, man. And that, you know where the...
I've never even heard this bitch and heard the song.
Get some money.
Never heard of her.
I mean, are you listen to the lyrics this bitch is saying? If I fuck him, I'm gonna get some money.
Yeah.
That's the chorus, man. Of that. Yeah, crazy. But you know what they're doing? They're doing the white man's job for them. To destroy Jake.
But you know what I found out? There's a lot of black women that's becoming actual straight up prostitutes.
Well, they've been prostitutes.
No. Talk about actual obviously they're all prostitutes, but talk about actual brothel.
That's what I'm saying.
Back in the day when I was working over a year ago, there was hardly no. Now there's very
loads of them, innit?
Because they're listening to this shit.
They're
trying to say it's all of this.
Yeah. But the thing about it is,
it's being normalized.
Yeah, it's been normalized. But you know, at the same time, these younger girls, they've been transformed and conditioned to believe in that whole shit anyway. They might as well be in a damn brothel. If they can sleep with all type of different men, then you might as well just go ahead and do it and get paid doing it.
But hey, let me say this: a lot of these women that you black women call whores and sluts, they're gonna make it, man, because a lot of those women, they are into confessing their sins.
That's true.
The ones of you that are in church think you're high and mighty, but the night before you sucked off some Edomite in a club, you're the ones that are going to be put to death, man. Because at least a woman, if she's a hoe and she goes, I do prostitution, I know it's not good, that's some kind of humility, you know? She's confessing her sins. But these church women, they're the wickedest of the wicked, man.
Them church women, boy. Church women.
That's it, man. Yeah. You got a picture? I read it one more time, is it?
Proverbs 6 verse 13.
Yeah.
He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet.
And that's why a lot of the elites, when they're doing a ritual, like like Michael Jackson, charged with molest. That was all a ritual, man. But usually, they're on the camera. Like Oprah Winfrey a couple weeks ago, she did a speech and she went like that. They wink with their eyes. Continue.
He's speaking with his feet. He teaching with his fingers.
Oh, teaching with his fingers. 666. And by the way, this is not okay. The news, they say, oh, ethics A-okay. No, it's 666. All right? The Baphomet, that's what he's talking about. See?
Frowardness is in his heart.
Yep.
He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord.
Continually. Like Amos chapter 1 says, Edomites have a perpetual hatred. Perpetual means everlasting. Read that bit again, it's a continually, man.
Say frowardness is in his heart.
Yep.
He deviseth mischief continually.
There you go, man.
He soweth discord.
Yep. So go about that.
Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy.
And you know how he sowed discord? Because when they did colonialism, when they colonialized the west coast of Africa, they told our people all kinds of stories, man. For example, a lot of these Israelites from West Africa, they say, oh, the West Indians were criminals, so we allowed them to be shipped over. I bet you, I bet Esau put that in their minds, man. Everything is about us, you know. The movies, the TV, everything, man.
How can they all be criminals? You know how many millions upon millions of James that were put in slavery?
Yeah, man.
They were all just criminals in society.
Yeah, it don't
Both
make
men
sense.
and women and children, all the little babies, they were criminals too.
Yeah.
I don't believe that, man.
Don't believe that, but that's sowing discord against the nation of Israel, man, to try and divide us. That's why they don't hide. They hide the fact that Latinos are getting gunned down by the cops and Native Americans, because they know if they highlight all three of them, we're gonna come together. They don't want that, man. Any more on that? That's it, yeah. I get Zechariah 11 and 17.
I'm going to read this, brother. This is Isaiah 14, verse 21.
Yep.
It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers.
That's it, because what they fathers inherited, what they did to us, man. Like Ireland was a black country, it's a white country now. So they are benefiting. Continue.
And it says that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the faces of the world of cities.
Because when they come into power, as it says, you got that, the Apocrypha, is it Maccabees? Evil's multiplying the earth?
Yeah.
Right. You get that one. Maccabees.
First
Maccabees?
Because I want to say one more thing.
Maccabees 1-on-1.
Just real quick.
Alexander,
well, I was saying earlier before, because see, these Edomites, they like to say, well, I wasn't back then. Well, you was back then. Because everything is reincarnated. Mankind is reincarnated. Okay, the only thing is that the flesh goes back to the earth, which it came, and the spirit goes back to the spiritual realm. So you're up there for a while, and then you come back down as a newborn baby. So yeah, you were back then. Okay, the same Edomites, the same practices calling you niggas. They were the same practice lynching you on trees and stuff like that, hanging you upside down and all that. Okay, so they're the same spirits, and the Most High's gonna have to play out their judgment. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say.
That's like it. Let me just give it that.
You know what I mean? So everything, it's like when we went down, the reason why the so-called Negroes went down into slavery under the so-called white men, because we was going off. All right. So if we went off and we're the Lord's chosen people, what makes you think that Esau's is going to get off scot-free? He ain't going to get off scot-free.
That's it.
Okay.
That's right, man.
And that's what it is right there.
He ain't gonna get off scot-free. He's gonna reap exactly what he sowed, man. You can get Galatians 6 or 7. Yeah, Maccabees, that one. Because when the kingdom comes, they're not gonna be able to do this anymore, man. Which is a blessing, man. That one.
First Maccabees 1 verse 1.
Yep.
And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
And the Persians are the people called
Iranians, isn't it?
Oh, let me just say Pakis, because that's what they are. Pakistanis, Bengalis, Sri Lankans, Iranians, and people from Afghanistan. And they got some around Saudi Arabia. That's why they call it the Persian Gulf. Did he?
That he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds. and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations.
And that's what the white man does. Conquers, takes what he wants. Yeah, he ain't gonna do that no more. Continue.
Insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. And after these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die.
Is that not the one where it says evil's
Yeah,
wrong, right?
it's on a bit further.
Oh, a bit further,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I get that bit.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years.
And that shows you that crowns is rulership, man. That's why in the Revelation it says Yahushua is going to put crowns on the elect's head, man. Alright? He's going to have all the crowns. Because he's going to rule the whole place, man. All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. See?
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
There you go. So when they come in, power, what happens? Evils multiply upon the earth, man. And so that's why we're all suffering and in a low state, man. Even Malcolm X said it. He goes, "This is a miserable existence." Yeah, because we got a devil ruling over us, man.
And especially if you live in the main areas like the UK and America, those are the two main wickedest places you can live on the planet.
America especially, man.
America especially, yeah.
Very, very wicked place, man. And it's a good example of how not to be, man. All right? To ask for.
You gotta focus.
And there's a scripture that says when the wicked
Yeah, I'll get that one.
You got it? Oh, you got it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, you can get that
Yeah,
one.
what did you want me to get before? You wanted me to get something.
Yeah, I went Proverbs 7. Oh, wait, Zechariah 11 and 17. You get that, and you get Proverbs 17 and 15. One. So when they come into power, evils multiply upon the earth. So that shows you that a lot of our people, they're just wicked, man. Because they're justifying the wicked. You know? Which makes them really wicked. And it makes them more wicked than the wicked. You know why? Because they've been given this truth, man. And even when we knew Israelites, they still, even us, because reincarnation, Daniel 9:11 says all Israel transgressed the law, we didn't appreciate being Israelites. So when you don't appreciate something, the Lord takes it away from you, man. That's why I'm content with what the Lord's done, man. He's been merciful, really. You know? And I got that one. Right there. You got that one, right?
This is Zechariah 11, verse 5.
17.
17. Yeah. This is Zechariah 11, verse 17. Woe to the idle shepherd that leadeth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm and upon his right eye, and his arm shall clean dry up, and his right eye shall be utterly buckled.
There you go. That's why it says, read that bit again.
It says, woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock.
We know plenty of idle shepherds, man. All right. Lord willing, we'll put out prayers that the Heavenly Father, all those bug outs in His truth, the Lord will make them transvestites or something, man. Make them be totally ashamed. You know, just, and then we're justified to kill them, innit? This guy's walking around in thongs or whatever, so just put a fucking sword right through his navel, man. Continue.
And that's when we get that power to that spiritual power.
That's it.
It says, and the sword shall be upon his arm and upon his right eye.
Yep.
His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened.
That's why we see these rappers, entertainers, they all do that, innit? They cover their right eye. That's the reason why, man. All right? They're showing their allegiance. Like when we come out, we do what? We say, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? That's us giving honor and respect to Yahweh and Yahushai and pledging our allegiance to Him. All right? They're pledging their allegiance to Satan and the white man, because the white man is Satan's chief disciple, man. You know, because they're of Satan. Yeah, that's it, man. There you go. Now, part of this truth is warning you. Get one of you guys, get Ezekiel 3:17. I've got this article. It's not an article, but I think the brothers in the truth know about it anyway. Alright? It's called Project Megiddo. Yeah, you heard. Now the word Megiddo means final battle. Alright? Final battle.
But that's some proof. There's some truth to that because the word Armageddon, the word Geddon means battle too.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Armageddon. Megiddo, final battle. And the white man made his document. Alright? I'll read it for you. Analysis of the FBI Project Megiddo report. What is Project Megiddo? The FBI recently published a report entitled Project Megiddo. This report was sent to 20,000 police chiefs in early November. It is strategic assessment of the potential for domestic terrorism in the United States. All right? And America, United States, it means under Satan's authority, man.
Say that again, brother.
USA stands for under Satan's authority. Because that's why that place has to be destroyed, man. Because that's all it's doing is glorifying Satan. All right?
Nice one, nice.
And then it's a strategic assessment of potential for domestic terrorism in the United States undertaken in the anticipation of response to the arrival of the new millennium, which is your so-called New World Order, which ain't gonna succeed, man. Okay? Project Megiddo also targets specific groups. It could be potential threats to national security. Homeschool Legal Defense Association has prepared analysis of this report and any impacts on schools and families. Then it says targeted groups. You got that, yeah? Zoom it in. You know, it says Black Hebrew Israelites. And it's the first one. Now on the list you've got what? Odysseum groups, Christian identity churches, militias, apocalyptic cults, Aryan Nation, Ku Klux Klan, Nation of Yahweh, Islam, Church of the Creator. But what's the first one? Black Hebrew Israelites.
Top of the list, boy.
You're top of the list, you niggas. You niggas are top of the list. You're on top of something. But the reason why they want to do that is because we're going to inherit the whole earth, man. And we're going to rule over our oppressors. Oh, that's the one. Isaiah 40:21. Read it one more time.
Okay, you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Precept, bro?
You got a precept, yeah? Alright, go on. That's why you got to bring out things like this, man.
And you know what, too, brother, and just to add on what you're saying, like I said, I believe it was last week. That's why, man, you know, if you fall out of the truth, guess what? Esau already got the data from the internet, whether you was on YouTube or Daily Motion.
Yeah.
Your face is already there.
You're already there.
Yeah,
So you might as well just stick around.
He gonna come get you the same way, man.
Yeah.
So this is on Revelation 17 verse 6.
Yep.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, which is obviously the Israelites, us in general as a people, right? And with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai, which is the brothers in the truth.
Yeah, man.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So we're gonna be those martyrs, man. Alright? So like I said, man, wherever pain we suffer here, we're gonna give it back to them double, man. I'm telling you.
That's right.
We're gonna give it back to them double. I'm telling you. That's why the brothers, these words should come. Whatever we suffering now, just take it, man, cheerfully. Because the Most High is gonna promise us we gonna get them slaves, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna get them two crackers that pierced them. And that was two motherfucking 1,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He still remember that shit too, saying, I'm still gonna get the motherfuckers, they ain't gonna get away.
Yep.
So what makes you think these crackers out here that are walking around now, they're not gonna get away. They're gonna get it, man.
That's right, man.
And you know what too, and not only are we gonna have access to slaves, we're gonna have access to pure gold. Because I was reading the verse in Job, right? And it says that you're gonna have so much gold it's gonna be equivalent to dust. Now you can't even count the speck of one dust. Alright, so we're gonna be swimming in riches, man. And we're gonna be so powerful.
Yeah.
economically and physically, and these other nations won't be able to say shit. So that's why we gotta go through this, like the brother was saying. We gotta go through the hell so that we can get to the next level. You know?
It would be beautiful to see the other nations catch. It would be so beautiful. It talks about how the rich man was in hell, and then Lazarus was in Abraham's arms, and then the rich man was begging for a drop, and then Moses said, well, what makes you think I should give you a drop, man? And when Lazarus was in hell, you didn't help him out. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's just going to be beautiful to see these other nations, this groping in darkness as blind, not knowing where everything's taken from them. They have no economy. They've got no suits and ties no more. They've got no financial stability. They've got no laws, no sanctions, no missiles, no army. They don't have nothing. They just got their lame-looking bodies. And these are beautiful, man.
I'll tell you what, Lord willing, if I'm one of them men, they're gonna be in suits and ties where they're fucking breaking bricks. You know what I mean? Breaking rocks. You know what I mean? I want him like looking dapper. You know when he's breaking down. You understand? Yeah.
The punishment you've got coming is just it's unimaginable, man. That's why you can't blame Esau for trying to do what he's doing.
And you know what's gonna be beautiful when we take their women. Because it's not even so much about pussy. Never mind that, it's the fact that
just having the power
takes away a man's pride.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
It's like when you take a man's wife or woman away from him, you're attacking his pride.
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful part about it, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in the way the Lord said it. If we kill their husband, give them 30 days to mourn, shave, paint their nails.
That's right.
And then we're gonna fuck them up, man.
So basically, when we get their woman, their long hair's they're gonna be bald.
Yeah.
Their nails are gonna be clipped, and they're gonna be crying, man. Imagine seeing a heathen woman bald.
Yeah, man.
Crying.
And these things are actually gonna happen.
That shows you that the laws of Jacob, the laws of the Most High are deep, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, imagine you conquer another nation, you take their woman, and then you systematically shave their heads.
Yep.
And then you put them inward. That's deep. And then you put them inward, and you leave them there for how long? For a whole goddamn month.
Man.
So our hair's gradually drawn back, week after week. And she's crying, and she can't do fuck all about it. And after that, you come into the little place, and you put that sword down her throat.
Hey, that's what's gonna happen, man. That's like
basically you raping them.
Yeah.
Because think about it, you just killed her dad.
Yeah.
You killed her uncle.
Her brothers.
Yeah. You hung them right in front of her, and now you're popping them.
Hey, this is what happened
to
us
at the same time, but that's why.
deep.
But see, this is why the Most High. And see, he likes to do things in balanceation. You know, and basically, we're gonna have them mourn for a while so they can forget about it. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna be all women. So
that's it, man.
And they're gonna be catching out.
And sorry. And there's more proof because 2013, I got it on the video I did. America ordered guillotines, 30,000 guillotines from South Korea. Yeah, if you can get Revelations 20 and 4, yeah. But all these things are prophecies, and they're proving that the Bible is real, man. So we have to defend the gospel by giving examples, man, of things that it says and what's happening.
This is the year of prophecy.
That's it, year of prophecy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Revelations 20, verse 4.
Yeah.
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them.
Yep.
And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua.
I don't mind going out that way, you know, just smooth, clean cut, out, boom, you're up. And that's what, and is that a coincidence that America has got 30,000 guillotines? So they're clearly coming for people, man. And you're top of the list. You're right there, man. Hebrew Israelites, you're top. And we warn you, but hey,